Hello and welcome to another update video about ETH. I'd like to start on the daily chart. Haven't done that for a few days and just want to make you aware again of this 1-2-1-2-1-2 setup that is potentially forming here on the Ether chart. We obviously have our first 1-2 setup which bottomed in November 22. That's a bullish structure. We had another 1-2 setup which formed a new high and bottomed then in October. Yep. And this here could form another 1-2 setup, and we might now be in this wave 2. Quick reminder, the wave 1 topped exactly in the region where we were watching for a top, in this region between the 61.8 extension and the 78.6 Fibonacci extension level. Support is all the way down to 1675, which means in simple words, as long as we're holding the 1675 level, the bullish market that's already unfolding right now should remain, should remain active basically, right? So below 1675, I would start to worry, would need to look for alternatives then. But as long as we're holding that level, this impulsive structure to the upside, which is the most straightforward structure to deal with, remains the focus of the analysis. In this structure, we are currently looking for a wave 2 that ideally moves into the region between $2008 and $1,675. After that, so after ETH has bottomed basically in this region, I would be watching for a third wave rally. I can't really give you a target for that third of a third wave yet, because I can really only do that once we have a low in place in the wave 2. Now, if we then look at the shorter time frame wave count, this is unchanged. We're basically in this wave 2 that I just mentioned to you. How exactly it's going to unfold, we will see. It's corrections can be quite confusing, but for now we have a very nice A wave. So corrections are typically ABC structures. We have a very nice A wave. This here might now be the B wave in an ABC structure, which I haven't got any evidence for that it's finished, but a break below the $2,231 level would be an indication that we have topped in the B wave. And then basically, if everything goes according to this wave count, we should see a C wave down, which would be a 5-wave move in the next few days or very shortly. Certainly, Ether, with the latest push to the upside especially, has basically done what it needs to do in this B wave, but without any strong rejection or any kind of move down, impulse down or anything, I can't say clearly that this C wave to the downside has started. It should send us though into the region, first of all, between 2008 and then 1905, maybe lower. The idea would be that this is an ABC structure, which then could complete the wave 2. We will have to see. It is entirely possible that it's only going to complete a larger A wave, which will then lead to another B wave rally and then a C wave down. So in summary, it means that we need to see an impulse to get an understanding that a low has formed, because this would also be a correction. But if we see an impulse, that would be a confirmation that a low has formed here in this region. But generally, what we can do is identify the areas where a trend shift should occur, and that would be ideally in that yellow support box. For now, I'm watching this B wave, which might still be unfolding. And as I said, there is a level that, if broken, would suggest that the B wave is topped. Until then, the B wave can, of course, extend higher. Don't assume a top until we have seen some kind of a signal of the market. And also remember that high B waves are always possible. And it could even transform in some kind of a more complex WXY structure. So there are some resistance areas here on the chart that we can watch. For reactions, we've got 2,346, 2,371, and $2,401, and then possibly even to $2,500. But then, if we go that high, it obviously increases the likelihood that we have already bottomed in wave 2 somewhere here and that we're already in the third wave. But this doesn't yet look like third wave behavior. Yeah, it's just too weak at this stage. So for now, the wave count remains valid and the assumption remains valid. If we then see a break below this ascending trend line, that would of course be additional confirmation that we're actually coming down this C wave of wave 2. Yeah, that's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.